Here in Mali at the moment, the French intervention, which shows no signs of stopping, seems to be having some success today. They retook the town of Konna. Now, I went from Markala, where I am now, where there's a French base, up to the town of Nyono, which is just south of Diabele. That's where there's been a lot of fighting, but which the Malian government seems to be back in control of tonight.
Crossing the river Niger, heading to the towns and villages threatened by Mali's jihadi rebels further north. Every vehicle coming down the road is checked. Now that the French have bombed the jihadis' camps and convoys, the fear is that individual Islamists will infiltrate themselves and start a campaign of terror further south. We speed up the road. Evidence everywhere of how poor Mali is, how deprived, how hard life was even before war disrupted the people's existence. As we arrived in Nyono, we found a truckload of exhausted people who'd fled Diabele 50 miles away last night. The jihadis have occupied the town for a week, and yesterday's French airstrikes were intense. She ran for 24 miles through the bush with her children before the truck picked them up.
So many things happened. The rebels did everything. They destroyed our houses. They did everything. I'm so tired. We are very, very tired.
Several told me the jihadis are mainly light-skinned Arabs whom they suspect are foreigners. Some are teenagers.
I couldn't tell their age, I could just see their size. It was clear they were very young people. Some were too small even to carry their own backpacks.
The Malian army is in Nyono to hold the line until the French arrive. Malian soldiers say that without the French they'd have no chance of confronting the jihadis. And the people I've been speaking today are just terrified. With the tragedy in Algeria, people outside must be asking if the French were right to intervene in Mali. Here there are no such doubts. When the jihadis took over the north last year, Malian troops just ran away. They couldn't believe their eyes.
They're really heavily armed. I don't know how they managed to get those weapons. They're the most sophisticated in the world. And those vehicles, how did they get the supply line? I saw hundreds of vehicles in the north of Mali. There are no petrol stations there, but they keep driving. It's incomprehensible.
Local people bring rice to feed not just the displaced people, but the soldiers too. They know they're not out of danger yet.
What happened in Algeria is a manifestation of what we fear in Mali. After Mali, surely it would happen somewhere else.
The people of Mali have lived with this threat for years. Now the rest of the world is beginning to understand.